On your mark, get set. Let's go.
I can't do it. We'll do it live. Do it live! I'll write it and we'll do it live!
Mister, will you please wake up, wake up, wake up, wake up, wake up?
Good morning. Kevin Durant, you should have left California.
This bronsexual upset me in having to bring this teenage idiot from Wisconsin into a sports conversation. Are you really surprised the Cowboys are giving up on Ezekiel Elliott?
Whoa. Hell no! Well, no one cares about baseball.
Bitch, are you for real?
Oh, yeah. Time to get this bad boy going. Good morning. Welcome to the Wacky Bronsexual Back Blankwards Wednesday edition of Snowman in the Morning. And good morning to my partner, Cole Johnson, who is here. He is smiling. I'm smiling. We're ready to bring you into your sports day. How you doing, my friend?
I'm doing good. Doing good. How about you?
I'm great. I'm doing absolutely great. Watched a great game last night. Didn't turn out the way I wanted it to. Mm-hmm. So I already know what's coming from the Bronsexuals, but I'm not worried. We'll get to all of that as the morning goes along. Let me welcome the folks in Reno, Nevada from CSTV picking us up, CSTV? And the folks down in Texas from the BS3 network picking us up this morning. Baby. I know that's your home state. Now, if they can just get it right and bring back the Oilers.
No, please. Yes. I would love that.
If they can just get the sports world right for you and bring back the Oilers, and for me, a fan of nostalgia, not only bring back the Oilers, but bring back the Seattle Supersonics.
Oh, yeah. Totally.
Because it's not right for the NBA not to be in Seattle. Well, my partner's going to push all the buttons today, so let's go. This is the Whip Around, powered by Fanatics and also powered by Starbucks this morning. Let's roll.
So congratulations to Joel Embiid. He politicked, he whined, he whimpered,
bitched,
he cried, he begged.
He moaned.
He went James Brown and said, please, 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 give me the MVP. Give him the MVP. Well, finally, he has it.
But can we be in agreement that that was Nikola Jokic's MVP that he won last night? That the announcement should have been for? Can we agree there? Because it was, for me, the Joker was the MVP all damn year. What we always say, your best ability is availability. Well, who's been the most available center all season long?
Those are indisputable. I can't disagree with that. And from what I understood with the voting, Jokic come in second. So
basically, Embiid went full Stay Puft Harden from 2018.
And
am I right?
To me, that's what happened. And you have to understand. You also have to understand the other formula. Normally the MVP goes to the best player on the best team with the best record. Well, let's go by the numbers. So the team that had the best record was Milwaukee. Okay, you could have awarded to Giannis, but Giannis already has had that shine, so they was going to bypass him.
Yeah.
And plus, Chris Middleton had a pretty good season with him. Mm-hmm. So then you get to the Celtics. Okay, Jason Tatum, we heard some early shine that he was going to get MVP. Then when the Celtics receded in the All-Star break, that pretty much the end of his candidacy. And then you thought, okay, Jaylen Brown, that makes sense. And then you get to the battle between Jokic and Embiid. So Jokic already has won the award twice. In fact, he was the two-time defending MVP.
Mhm.
And to me, Embiid would have to have been injured half the season for Jokic to get the award a third year in a row.
Which is wrong, but who am I to? Who are we to question morals, right?
Right.
Who
Right.
the
But
hell? Who the hell are we? A couple of nobodies, according to the populace, and you know the populace I speak of,
mhm.
to question who gets it, who gets MVP.
But after last year, when Embiid felt as though he was robbed and didn't get it because, quote, he was the only player to score 30 points in this season, close quote, in that season, I mean.
Okay, most
The
valuable
whole
player.
organization politicked for him to get it, including Embiid.
Which, you know what? Had I been had I been governing partner, I'd have made sure he wouldn't have gotten the MVP because he wasn't the best player. I have a simple formula, and it's the formula you already spoke of: best player on the best team. Now you knew they were going to bypass Giannis because, like you said, he already had that shine. And like, oh, we don't want to give it to Giannis because of that, which is BS to me. But that's a conversation for another day.
Yeah, but that's how they thought. And go back 5 years. Remember, you had Curry and Durant on the same team. They were doing their thing, but they canceled each other out. And you guys should do that for 2017 as well. Actually, more 2017 2018. They canceled each other out. So then they went with either Harden or Westbrook. So Westbrook had the more historic year. And that's the only exception. Outside of that,
Man,
that would have gone to Harden too.
Yeah. Yeah, but who gives? Okay, this was my exact. These were my exact words when Russell Westbrook, and I was living in Jasper, Indiana at the time, as you remember.
Mm-hmm.
These were my exact words on Russell Westbrook winning the MVP, and I had a conversation with a friend of mine, Greg Rakestraw, who is a fabulous TV and radio voice here in Indiana, very good friend of mine. He said, "Why don't you think that Harden, doggone, I'm fast forwarding you.
Westbrook.
That Westbrook shouldn't win the MVP?" And my simple question was, what the hell has he done? So I got a bunch of except from Greg, because Greg and I are like this, very dear friend. I got a bunch of comments from that television show. And they were, oh, why don't you see what he's done historically? Is he on the best team? Has he had the best year? No,
not that year.
No.
Not that year. And what the funny thing is, he got bounced by the runner-up in that MPV voting in 5 games the first round. But and to further your point,
he got obliterated in that first round. Let's just be real. He got obliterated.
And to further your point, he ended up with the season triple-double in the next 2 consecutive seasons, which sort of watered down it devalued what was then the first time it ever happened with someone who did a season triple-double scoring 30 points for the first time in 55 years.
You and I think so much alike, and that's why I love you so much. Yeah, I mean, the triple-double, thanks to Russell Westbrook, has been devalued. But that's a conversation. That's a conversation unfiltered for another time. Let's go on.
But congratulations to Joel Embiid, his first MVP. Now get on the court. Now, there is a wager in not necessarily White House, but in Washington. The Vice President, Kamala Harris, and Second Gentleman, Doug Emhoff, they have a gentleman/gentlewoman's bet.
Oh,
so of course, the Vice President is a native of Oakland. So of course, she's going to rep the Warriors.
She's riding with the Warriors, and the second gentleman's riding with the Fakers.
Right.
Okay, we got it. Move on.
Now, her husband, on the other hand, he moved to Southern California as a teenager. He attended Cal State Northridge and law school at USC. So of course, he has LA ties. So the bet is the loser has to win the other's team's jersey. Well, right now it looks like somebody has to be wearing purple and gold if it were to go the way it is going now. But we'll see how that goes. Right, we'll see how that goes.
And now you see why I have a smile on my face when we get to that subject. It's a long series.
Yeah.
The inconsistency has plagued the Warriors before. It will plague them again, but they will figure it out. Move on.
They will. Deontay Wilder, former heavyweight champion, he is arrested, or has been arrested, on concealed firearm charges. Now, he was... yeah, I agree. According to the Los Angeles Police Department, the charge is considered a felony, and the 37-year-old was arrested yesterday morning at Hollywood, according to LAPD. He was bonded out later in the morning, according to the Sheriff's Department.
You fool.
Now, his statement was, in having the weapon, quote, "I'd rather be safe than sorry." Close quote.
And my next two words are the following. In fact, I think you could find that button.
Yes, I can, and I will. And it applies here because the Bronze Bomber, how can I put this? You sucker, you
fool!
You take a big time. Know the law, son.
Hit him with the game.
Dylan Brooks, the man that was flapping off at the gums and unfortunately has called LeBron James the Bear, will not be seeing a Grizzlies jersey after this year. The Grizzlies are done with the antics of one guard, Dylan Brooks. Now, they do not plan to pick up his contract next season. The person requested anonymity because he was authorized not to speak. He was not authorized to speak about it. Now, the 6-year veteran is an unrestricted free agent in the offseason, and he comes off of a 3-year, $35 million deal. Now, he has been a vital member of the past Grizzlies' success, especially on the defensive side.
Keyword being past.
However, Brooks's stellar play,
if you want to call it that,
last round in the playoffs came as follows. He shot 31% from the field. He shot 24, I should say, percent from three. And he choked badly. Don't call out people and expect nothing to happen to result, because if you sell the Wolf tickets, you got to give us the reason why the Wolf tickets need to be sold. You can talk people into the building, but if you bore us while we're in the building, we would not have any interest in you.
I will say it in a way that your father said it to you and my father said it to me. Hey, Dylan Brooks, don't write a check that your ass can't cash.
And yes, and in the immortal words of James Brown, son, you talking loud and ain't saying nothing. Henry Ruggs. Now, you might not know the name, but you know the team. He played on the Raiders. He was that ridiculously quick, fast, and speedy wide receiver. Unfortunately, he got into a car accident and has a DUI back in 2021. Now he has pled guilty.
156 miles an hour. My next two words are the following.
You fool! He pled guilty to the DUI charge, and it's one count of it, resulting in the death of a person, and one count of misdemeanor vehicular manslaughter. Now, he will reportedly serve 3 to 10 years in the Nevada State Prison for the unfortunate incident. Now, Ruggs' attorney David Chesnoff, or attorneys David Chesnoff and Richard Schoenfeld, they released a statement saying the following, quote, "This is the first step toward a fair resolution to this matter, and we look forward to closure for all the parties involved." Close quote. Now, unfortunately, there really will not be closure for the family of those who suffer from the death. So it's only justice, and that's the only way any type of damage can be done punitively and justice-wise. Now, if you can have a Lazarus moment and bring that person from the dead, then that's a different story, but not so much here. Well, Henry, I hope you will learn your lesson, son, when you get behind bars and realize you're not supposed to drink while behind the wheel. No.
You fool.
Aaron Rodgers says he's had an absolute blast in New York City. And that concludes today's Whip Around.
You're a lovely person for that. I love you for that.
Thank you.
Because you climbed right in my head when I thought that when you said Aaron Rodgers.
Yep, exactly.
May I borrow one of your song lyrics?
Please.
Ayahuasca can't win in January.
Sure can. Sure can. Go ahead.
To the point where, and I'm echoing the words of, haters. Thank you, Cole Johnson, for that phrase. When Aaron Rodgers, open it. Oh, good
Lord. All right. Quote.
Aaron Rodgers lost 4 times to 2 mediocre quarterbacks in the playoffs.
And the same team. Close quote.
And now a selection from the Wonder Bread Choir, and yes, I'm dipping into the bag early. And now a selection from the Wonder Bread Choir entitled, Aaron Rodgers, You Fool! You fool! You fool! You fool! You fool! I have the most awesome, epic executive producer on the planet. And we have the best damn sports show on the planet. We'll take a break, and when we come back, the Lakers snuck one out in San Francisco. But it's only one game. Calm down. Dub Nation is calm. Laker Nation ain't. I'll explain why when y'all get back.
This is Snowman in the Morning.
The original Think Drink is back. Level up with proven ingredients formulated to crush your competition. No gimmicks, no jitters, no messing around. Just high-potency results that keep you moving day or night. There's a new nerd in town, and we came to play. Nerd Focus. Smarter than energy.
SeatGeek is the ticketing app for fans like the High Five Strangers guy. Game-winning interception. First down. Just a nice, solid tackle. If you're in arm's length, you will be swapping skin with this extrovert. You see, he knows SeatGeek got him a great deal on tickets, so he can focus on what he does best, smacking palms. SeatGeek handles the tickets to sports, concerts, and more, so fans can fan.
This is a BS3 Network presentation. Politics.
They'll write the law, but they'll enforce it differently. Is that going to apply both ways?
Religion.
God never said that we can't reason together. Matter of fact, he said, let us sit and reason together.
Relationship.
I believe that everybody wants and needs somebody.
From a man's perspective.
They say, girls, if I put some polish on that and get him to buy some different clothes, girl, he could be a winner chicken dinner.
Join the thought engineer.
There's nothing wrong with me developing my piece and you developing your piece, but understand the goal is to come together.
And comedian John Yogi.
Negro, I don't need you putting on no chapstick up there in the pulpit. You do that over there in your chair.
Get ready for Monday. Live every Monday at 7 p.m. Central. because we take this job so serious.
Man, I went home that day and talked to my wife, Vicky, and Vicky was like, "What's wrong with you? You pissed off?" Yeah, I got this partner I'm working with back in the radio station. Man. The Negro be lying. What in the all types of blue hell?
Yes, it's Snowman in the Morning with Cole Johnson.
Negro be lying. Lord have mercy. That was one great moment.
You know what? As I often say, with the brilliance of my executive producer, that happened live.
Yes, that did.
That happened live. And the discussion was about one Kurt Warner and the Super Bowl record that he set, which was a record at the time. I love that man dearly. I love this man dearly, who's my executive producer. And you know what? My wife asked me, how did Cole take it when you asked him to be your EP and handle a lot of stuff for you? I said, he brought the order and I let him push the buttons. And she looked at me and said, good call, because you were in scramble mode. See, when your wife can talk a football term to you or any kind of sports term to you, what's it say in one of the commercials? Winner, winner, chicken dinner. Speaking of winners, let's go to the Fanatics feedback zone really quick. Right. Mike Doherty is with us from Frisco, Texas, and the return of Brian's bet slips will happen this afternoon during the afternoon show.
What's up,
I didn't
brother?
get a chance to do it yesterday. I had some equipment problems, which overwhelmed me, and I just shut it down for the rest of the day. And, of course, our good buddy Vic Allah, joining us from my hometown of Chicago. Victor Locke, good morning to you. Good morning to the David 3000 Network based out of Massachusetts.
Morning
and to Sick Diggy coming to us from Norway. I think A Pizzle's in the chat with us also. Out of West Palm Beach, Florida.
Yes, he is.
And who else is here?
Of course, Ryan McCarthy of No Credentials Required fame.
Let's see. New Jersey Devils fan. I want to find out who the voice of the Devils is, and I want to get him on. I want to get him on the show.
And I agree with that too. Bring back the Quet Northeast and a new family member, Jamie Parag. Well, we thank you, sir. We appreciate
Jamie, what's up, man?
We appreciate you.
Thank you, Jamie, for coming aboard and joining the family. You want to really join the family? Go to patreon.com/SIT morning, because we're going to have some good stuff on there. And there's an announcement I will make at the end of the show concerning this show and an expansion. So this is like a better version of Sports Center. Well, that's high honors. That is high praise.
Thank you, Jamie.
That is high praise.
And already, we're only in the second segment of the show.
And we get that kind of high praise?
Vicala. Well, no, but that was the first segment. But we get in the second segment, Vicala.
The Devil's TV voice is Bill Spalding, and the radio voice is Matt McLaughlin. I would expect Ryan to know that.
Thank you, Ryan.
Thank you, Ryan. I know Adam Amin is the television voice of the Blackhawks.
Oh, Lord, Zick.
What the Rick James slapping someone into darkness? That is rich. I love that.
Yes.
I love it.
That might have to be said.
The voice that did it for Cole was, of course, Gene Peterson.
Mm-hmm.
And you know who did it for me? Jim Durham.
Mm-hmm.
And for a while, Wayne Larrabee, who was the voice of the Bears until 1998.
Mm-hmm.
Woo-wee. And not many people know this in Chicago. Victor does. That the Bears, for a long time, were on WGN radio. With Wayne Larrabee, Hub Arkush, and Dick Butkus were the trio of voices in the booth. And then they moved to 670 AM for a while. Ryan McCarthy says, Michael Doc Emmerich was my gateway into play-by-play obsession. How can you not love Doc Emmerich? How can you not wasn't Doc the voice of the Devils for a while? I believe he was. I think Doc Emmerich was the voice of the Devils for a while. Another voice that did it for me, John Rooney. called a White Sox winner and a world championship in 2005, and he was with the White Sox for 18 years. He is now one of the voices of the Cardinals. Speaking of the Cardinals, we got to have a moment of silence for longtime television and radio voice Mike Shannon, who recently passed away.
Yeah, I waited for that one. I wanted to put in yesterday's docket, but I wait till you was going to be here full show today.
Mike Shannon, 31 years as the television and radio voice of the Cardinals. The only other career that rivaled that was one Jack Buck, who was with the Cardinals forever, just like Vince Scully was with the Dodgers.
Right.
Man, the heavens gaining too many doggone announcing angels. Vince Scully, Mike Shannon, Jack Buck, Jim Durham. Man, I would say it the way my wife says it, but I can't say that because it involves a bad weight. They're not going to do that. And then there's the legendary Jeff Joniak, current voice of the Chicago Bears. Ryan McCarthy Doc was the voice of the Devils from 82 to 86, and again from 93 to 2011. I thought so, because then after that, he took over as the television voice for NBC when they took the NHL contract. Went to the NHL contract. I'm going to leave this to you for about 4 minutes. I need you to cover me because I'll be right back.
All right. Well, then what we're going to do is we're going to go to the first of two games last night. Well, the Heat and the Knicks, they squared off in MSG. The Heat already had a 1-0 lead, and the Knicks played without Julius Randle in game 1. Well, the Heat, they played without Jimmy Butler in game 2, and Randle returned. And boy, did they need Randle in this game, because although the Knicks fired off to a good lead in the first quarter, they sort of struggled in the second, and they had to feverishly fight back in the third and at the certain parts of the fourth before really getting a handle on the game midway through the fourth quarter and pulling out to a 111-105 victory, evening the series at 1, with the series going to Miami. Now, for the losing Heat, you had Martin with 22, who led the Heat with 22. You had Vincent with 21. You had Strus with 17. Adebayo with 15. Love with only 8. And, yeah, I really would like to say that the Heat, they played with some fight, which they did, but you could tell that they were missing Jimmy Butler down the stretch. Kyle Lowry, where are you? Oh, I'm sorry. For the victorious Knicks, you had Julius Randle, who returned. He scored 25. You had Barrett with 24. You had Hart with 14. And you had Brunson, who led all scorers with 30, who started off slow, but, of course, at the end came on feverishly strong. Now, to me, the difference of this game lies with two different categories. One was the three-point shooting. The Heat was 17 of 49, although, yes, they made 17, but you took almost 50 of them. But the Knicks, they took 40 and hit 16, which means they hit with a better percentage from 3. And the rebounding. The Heat were out-rebounded 50 to 34. And I really felt as though Randle would be the difference on the boards for the Knicks, because in game 1, the Knicks were out-rebounded by the Heat, which is a smaller team, and they had no business being out-rebounded that way. Now the series is tied at 1. The series now shifts to Miami, where they will play game 3 on Saturday. Interesting. Well, I'll put it this way, and I'll say this to all the Knicks fans out there. You got to find a way to play with that intensity in the fourth quarter in yesterday's game when Butler is on the court, because Butler will get on the court whether he's limping or healthy or in between. Got to find a way to have Butler rep the Heat and meet that energy with the energy of the Knicks. And if y'all can do what you did in the fourth quarter of yesterday's game, then you actually can advance. Until then, the Heat have your number, and you got to find a way to beat them. Now, all the Heat have to do is just hold serve. That's really all the Heat
all they have to
now.
do. They hold serve in Miami, they will extinguish the Knicks. That's it.
Yeah.
Now, last night, I saw a hell of a basketball game in San Francisco. Even though the result wasn't what I wanted.
I'm sorry. I'm sorry, man. I'm so sorry.
No, you're not.
Go ahead.
No, you're not.
Go ahead.
No, I saw a hell of a game in San Francisco, and the scariest thing happened for the Warriors last night. Anthony Davis turned into Superman. 30 points, 23 rebounds, and 7 block shots. That is an MVP performance. Lakers steal game 1, 117-112, which sent all bronzexuals into a tizzy, a positive one. Oh my God, we stole one. Pump the brakes a little bit, if you would, please.
What
have I always said? Cole Flair. What have I always said?
To be the champs. Whoa! You gotta beat the champ. Fat boy, I'll make an honest woman of your mother. I get on the bed, spread her legs, and then we'll go downtown.
You stupid.
Woo!
It's one victory. And unlike the Memphis Grizzlies, there's a lot of maturity in that Golden State locker room. And if this series turns out the way I think it's going to turn out, it's going to be a hell of a series.
Now, this is the unfortunate part of the broadcast in terms of the facts I'm about to spit.
Spit it.
Oh, I know it doesn't. I know it doesn't concern you in terms of that. If the Lakers are going to win, that's how they have to win.
They got to ride Anthony Davis.
That is how they have to win.
They must ride Anthony Davis. And Anthony Davis put on a performance that I'm used to seeing because I saw it in Chicago at North Lawndale and at the University of Kentucky and in his early years. That Anthony Davis needs to show up 3 more times.
Where he showed that he had a presence down low on the offensive end, and he basically said, I don't think so on the defensive end. That is the definition of a hot hand. That is what I said to you, Lakers fan, and yes, to you bronzexuals. You could say, well, LeBron, he's done all this at 38. Go with the player who's in his prime.
Yes,
please. You ride him, and the more you ride Davis, the further the Lakers will advance.
And I do not believe Davis is 30 yet. I do not believe he is 30.
I think he just turned 30. Yeah.
He just turned 30. That is the hot hand that needs to be written for the Lakers. Okay? And for all you chumps, give me this camera. For all you chumps that don't think I am fair and balanced when it comes to critiquing the Golden State Warriors, that maddeningly inconsistent play that we saw in game 1 against Sacramento showed up last night in San Francisco against the Lakers with a sharp difference.
Okay.
The sharp difference is this. Even though the Warriors were so inconsistent last night to the tune of 44% from the field, and they only hit 4 3-point field goals in the second half. 3 of those 4 came during a 14-0 run in the fourth quarter when the Lakers let off the gas pedal for 2 minutes. They let off the gas pedal because they led 112-98, and before you could blink,
it was 112.
That flurry tied the game at 112. If the Warriors can get a little more consistency, they will win the next 4 games. You can take the camera back. But it's the maddeningly, and I've said it all year long, have I not, partner? The maddeningly inconsistent play of the Warriors bit him in the ass last night. But instead of one game, then going on to the next or going on the road, they have another one at home, and they're within a series.
And they have to find a way to score other than with threes.
Yeah.
I mean, this was a good example. The first half of this game was a great example. The Warriors did what they normally do. They leapt out to a good lead, and then the threes were falling.
Mm-hmm.
But that was all they attempted, and because of it, they walked into halftime with a deficit.
And here's the other thing that the Warriors have to keep doing. They have to stop fouling. They allowed the Lakers 31 foul shots last night, of which they won 25. They made 25. They won 25. They made 25.
And
they made 25 of 31 from the free throw line. And I saw this key last night. And let me throw some flowers at Brian Anderson, the fabulous voice who called the game last night for TNT, who's also the television voice of the Milwaukee Brewers.
He did a great job last night.
They got to play all the Warriors. The biggest problem the Warriors have to solve, and they need to solve it quickly, they have to play without fouling. They have to move laterally. They cannot be trying for every steal in the book like they did during that 14-0 run.
I was going to say they have to play space instead of play the ball.
They got to play space. Mm-hmm. Game 2 Thursday night in San Francisco, and I really believe the Warriors are gonna figure it out.
And Jordan Poole, sir, you do not have to take a 34-3 when you have 7 feet in front of you that you can dribble and make a closer shot, if not penetrate.
And that was the shot that doomed the Warriors after the Lakers regained the lead. He went for the home run.
Mm-hmm.
But I will give this to Poole. He showed up last night, 26 points.
Oh no,
he showed up. But it's like you said, you didn't have to take that particular shot.
No, you could have taken
he
one.
Rushed
he rushed it. He could have gone one dribble closer, and
Mm-hmm.
he probably would have been a better shot. But no. But yeah,
you know what? You live by your strength. You die. You live by your strength. You die by your strength. But the Warriors ain't dead yet. It's only a 1 game deficit.
The Warriors aren't dead. But if I'm the Lakers, I'm happy I got the win the way they won it.
Mm-hmm.
Because if it was their king who exploded for 50, I'd still say, yeah, that was a good win. But don't expect that all series long. I almost expect Anthony Davis to pull maybe not 23 boards and 7 blocks. But I do expect Davis to have that type of presence most of the series.
I expect that also.
Now, what gives the Warriors an advantage? But what gives the Warriors hope is that in the previous series, Davis was up and down scoring wise. Mm-hmm. So if he does that in this series, the Warriors stand a really good chance. And they can in the weekend steal a game in crypto.
And I think they will steal a game in crypto, if not 2. Take a break. When we come back, more stuff for you, including the Seattle Kraken again. Yeah, that did happen. And Everett Fitzhugh, the fabulous radio voice of the Seattle Kraken, is over the moon right now. Back after this.
This is Snowman in the Morning.
The original Think Drink is back. Level up with proven ingredients formulated to crush your competition. No gimmicks, no jitters, no messing around. Just high potency results that keep you moving day or night. There's a new nerd in town, and we came to play. Nerd Focus. Smarter than energy.
Are you waking up in the morning with a sore jaw, headaches, maybe even ringing in your ears, all because you're grinding and clenching your teeth at night? That's exactly what was going on with me. That's when I found this, the Brux Night Guard. Now, the Brux Night Guard redirects the bite force away from the back teeth, reducing jaw pain while still protecting the teeth. This unique design is what makes Brux Night Guard different from all other traditional grind guards. Go to bruxnightguard.com and order yours today.
I want to do a TED Talk, but I don't have anything to talk about yet. I'm getting there.
Life is for the living. We're not here that long.
You can learn anything you want to learn without any money spent.
What do I really enjoy? What do I really want out of life?
I am your host, WIZE.
Are you in a life holding pattern? Well, this is for you. Welcome to the Stuck in My Mind podcast.
SeatGeek is the ticketing app for fans like the High Five Strangers guy, game-winning interception, first down, just a nice solid tackle. If you're in arm's length, you will be swapping skin with this extra berth. You see, he knows SeatGeek got him a great deal on tickets, so he can focus on what he does best, smacking palms. SeatGeek handles the tickets to sports, concerts, and more, so fans can fan.
Sometimes it boggles the mind. Like you would think just the one, because I'm sure there was other players that were doing it.
I'm
and
positive.
when they saw Calvin really get busted, like, oh, I'm gonna stop this right now.
I'm done.
Let me nip this on the bud. Then you get these are new candidates for morons of the year.
Oh my god!
But you gotta understand, they are morons.
And will we award more morons in the next week's episode? But in this week's episode, tune in. We talk about Jerry Springer, Don Lemon, and Tucker Carlson. You can catch that on the Comey Media Incorporated and the Real Eyes TV YouTube channels. And if you want to catch the television replay tomorrow, 5 p.m. Eastern, 4 p.m. Central on the BS3 network via Roku TV. And we thank you all for your support. And we thank Snowman Multimedia for theirs as well. Back at it. Snowman in the morning with Gold Johnson. Yes, sir.
I replayed that last night on now 2 radio channels that I have, SM Sports and SM Sports 2, 2 very rave reviews.
Good.
And I love Bizarro Wise when he just launches. And you, my friend, set him up perfectly.
Well, that's how you have to do it.
More morons of the. I think we're all going to contribute to morons of the year. I will make my contribution at the top of our 2.
I already have. Well, I already see another candidate. Oh, and before we continue,
you see a candidate already? Who is it?
Yeah, no. Well, we mentioned it early in this episode, Deontay Wilder. But
how about Henry Ruggs?
Well, although that incident happened a year and a half ago, yeah, you could throw him in there too.
It counts.
Yeah,
it counts.
Yeah, and before we continue, prayers go out to our brother Wise El Jefe. He had to admit himself to the hospital yesterday, and he's healing up quite nicely. So, many prayers to you, brother. Look, don't rush back. The seat's there for you. We'll be waiting with bated breath for your return, but just as long as you get healthy, that's all that matters to us.
That seat's permanent, my friend.
Yeah.
And speaking of permanent seat, I get to welcome Drew Willingham back, and the Sports Senseis are back after a 2-week absence this Friday at 1:05 across all of our channels. He is doing great.
That's awesome.
My recent talk with him, he still gets tired really quick, but he's back at work. He had to slow down. He had to slow down a lot of his projects, which is something I needed to do, and something I've had to learn once again, that I can't spread myself too thin. So 3 different projects that I was working on, without any word, I cut them loose. I had to because I wasn't getting any sleep. I wasn't getting any rest like I thought I was. I just cut them loose, and the folks I've been working with have been trying to contact me, and I cut them off too. Sometimes it just comes to that.
You spitting all these new projects out at me. I'm like, and I actually asked you this. I said, do you actually have the time and energy to do all this stuff?
Well, like I said, with 3 of them, I had to push the plunger and blow it up.
Yeah.
And there may be a 4th one I got to push the plunger and blow up just because of time.
Mm-hmm.
The Information Man Show has joined us this morning. Peace and respect to you.
Love your show, bro. Love your show.
Yes. I'm addicted.
Yeah.
I'm addicted. The Information Man Show, man, please. Mm-hmm. Every time I see a notification that show's on, my headset's on.
Yeah.
my headset's on.
Yeah.
And it's like, I can't miss this.
Mm-hmm.
I can't miss it because you never know what's gonna drop.
Mm-hmm.
And we're doing great. We hope you are well also.
We hope you are well too, man.
Yeah. And speaking of throwing some flowers, how about E Digger, Ernest Harris, and WLEO 26.7 out of Baltimore, Maryland?
I make no bones about this. And just because it's on WLEO, this is not the reason why I'm saying this, because I've known this brother for now almost 2 years. I can honestly say he is one of my favorite content creators. So,
yes.
And shout out to you and what you're trying to do over in Be More Charm.
He had us on. I think awesome, it was last year. He had us on his show.
It was 8 months ago.
We were
and we were tearing it.
Mm-hmm. And we were tearing it up.
Yeah,
we were tearing it up. I mean, he came to us, bless his heart, and says, "Look, I can't have just you on the show. I can't have just Cole on the show. I got to have you both." What? Like, I got to have you both, man.
Yeah.
The only sad part is that show ended.
Yeah, the fact it was only 45 minutes long.
45. Yeah. It was only 45 minutes.
Yeah,
and that was the quickest 45. Show. That was the quickest 45 minutes ever.
Yeah, quality show,
yes,
and
very much so.
And E Digger, seriously, dude. And I'm not saying this just to say it. You're one of my favorite content creators. I love everything you do, man.
Agreed. Speaking of content creation, gonna put the show through a couple of aesthetic changes. I told Cole about them. I won't reveal them here because I want to make sure everything's tested and wanted to make sure everything is together. Everything is just about ready to go. And the first experiment will come next Monday. You won't see many tweaks in the presentation, but you will see there will be a couple of things that y'all will notice. And all that's going to happen is just going to make the show and our presentation a hell of a lot better. So be on the lookout for that. Be on the lookout for the Brian Snow Show this afternoon at 2:00. Decided not to expand that show and just keep it at an hour.
Smart.
Not gonna expand that one. Because it's 1 hour, it's rapid fire. I get done. The thing that may change, and this is across all the networks that pick up the show, is the time. And want to get it done earlier in the day so I can have a little bit of time, a little bit more downtime. Get rested, get refreshed. I will make that decision probably tomorrow, and we'll see how it goes. Speaking of tomorrow, I will have 2 guests on that show. Jessica Borga, MMA fighter, will join me at the bottom of the hour. And at the top of the hour, Matt Taylor, the voice of the Colts, will join me. We'll talk Colts draft and more. That's all tomorrow. 51 after the hour here. Cole Johnson is there. I am here. Man, I don't know quite how to put this. So I'm just going to ask it real.
But
why are there so many haters when it comes to us? When it comes to you and me and the crew that we have putting stuff together?
I'm beginning to realize the saying, they hate us because they ain't us. And
that takes care of that answer.
They would like to do. Yeah,
we're doing things they wish they could do.
They want to do, and since
And they don't have the nuts to do it.
and they don't have the cojones to do it. They would hand on those, and I learned that this was a saying that I think I just heard recently, where someone said that you will know your enemies and your detractors, and
yes.
the strangers basically will be your biggest supporters.
Mm-hmm.
And plus in this culture, it is much easier to cap on people and to insult them and to say something witty and to down them. And I mean them, not necessarily the opinion they have, not necessarily challenge the opinion and basically have a debate about it. But it seems easier for someone to denigrate somebody, have them look you up and down and try to find whatever deformity they find in you. Not in what you're saying, in you.
Yeah.
And that gets tiring.
It's too tiring for me. Wife and I had a great talk last night, and we've now come up with a solid plan on how we're going to move west. It's not a matter of when. We got those dates written down. One of the places is right here in my trusty little book that I now use as my schedule Bible. One thereof, because I got one on my desk at home.
Mm-hmm.
But now we're setting about a good financial plan, a good time plan, because it's going to take us a year for us to really get everything that we need. And I want my studio dome, damn it. And she looked at me and she says, "Well, that's going to take a bit, but you have the basics. We can work with the basics. I'll help you get set up." Okay, I'm ready to roll. So when the change happens, y'all will know. And she told me, you better vlog the daylights out of this. Like, okay, cool. So it's gonna be some fun. It's gonna be some fun. We'll keep everybody abreast of all that's happening. And shout to my Chicago White Sox for their walk-off win yesterday against the Minnesota Twins. They tied it up. Twins tied it in the 8th. White Sox walked off in the 10th inning and won 3-2 last night. And speaking of shouts, how about the Seattle Kraken?
Overtime W over the Stars. Yeah, I know that doesn't make the BS3 fam happy, but
no,
gotta give it up to Seattle. They beat the defending champs in the last round, and now this round it looks like they're ready for Bear. And they're going to bring it to the Stars in the conference semifinal round.
I'm sorry. I hope I lead you perfectly, like Mishaw to Olajuwon or from Pippen to Jordan. What was the game number where the Kraken beat the Avalanche? I'm having a hard time remembering what that magic number was.
Oh, the magic number.
What was the magic game? What was the magic game number where the Kraken upset the defending Cup champs?
Oh! How many games they needed to win? 4.
No, try again.
All right. Oh, you talking about last night's game?
No.
Or talking about last series?
Yeah, last series.
Okay.
Matter of fact, it was Seattle.
Two goals to win.
Yes, wrong magic number, dude.
Right. Oh Lord.
I missed the lob. I'm sorry.
Mm-hmm.
Because what I was looking for. Let's see. The Devils did it to the Rangers, and the Kraken did it to the Avalanche, and it took
Game 7.
Really?
What? Why are you growling at me?
Really?
What?
So you mean to tell me all you needed was to hear Game 7 for you to be happy? Lord have mercy. Why do you say, well, yeah, also the Bruins Panthers had this game, and so did the Rangers and Devils had this game. Oh, you mean Game 7. Lord have mercy.
And the biggest reason I wanted to push that button is because it was your brilliance when you hit us with that yesterday that had us all falling out of our seats.
Yes. Well, also speaking of others who are doing some things too, the Panthers as well won their first game as well over the Maple Leafs,
4-2
to the tune of 4-2. So they're up in their series 1-0. So the two road teams did their thing. The Kraken did it again, and with the Kraken they did it in OT. So
the clock froze last night in American Airlines Center. The clock froze for a while.
Yeah, and the Kraken did it considering that the Stars' best player, Pavelski, gave him 4 goals.
Mm-hmm. Yeah,
and
figure that out.
and the Kraken still gave you the W.
They still won.
Yeah.
They still won. Figure that one out, folks.
Yeah.
Figure that one out, folks. Okay, coming up this afternoon on Brian's Bet Slips, and I may slip a couple in this morning, I will do a preview of the Devils and the Hurricanes, and also the Edmonton Oilers and the Vegas Golden Knights. Those are two of the previews that I will have.
Why?
And the Panthers did it to the.
Why Bruins, Ryan? Why Bruins?
Because it's Ryan. Because it's Ryan. That's why.
Oh my.
Because it's Ryan. Do you have to ask such a question?
You're right.
Because it's Ryan McCoffey. Oh my. That's why. And I ordered my first pack of Invader. Ryan, I ordered my first pack of Invader coffee. I can't wait to try it.
Oh, you have?
Yes.
Oh, you ordered your first one.
I ordered my first one.
Ryan, get to dancing.
You waited until I took a drink before you played that, you fool.
Oh, Lord.
You specifically waited until I played that.
Mm-hmm. And Ryan says, and F Boston. That was for Wise. Get well with our brother.
I will say it with you. F Boston. And Wise El Jefe, we want you to get well and we want you to get healthy.
Yes, sir.
And speaking of which, hour 2 starts right now. Speaking of getting healthy, let's go.
We're about to get real healthy in the next hour.
Time for hour 2 of this spectacular. Ryan McCoffey now joins us this morning.
That's what you need to do to beat Josh Allen. You need to make him uncomfortable.
Hour 2, time for some Spivey notes. And here's Jay.
Well, I know he's only in his 3rd year, but they're just wasting Justin Herbert.
Hour 2,
the hardest working content creator I know, the playmaker.
Hey, LeBron James, the greatest scorer of all time. Hey.
Hour 2,
the one, the only Christopher Dietz.
They rewarded Ohio State for not playing, and they punished USC for playing.
Hour 2, Sam Shady.
Oh man, it's been a roller coaster ride if you were a Philadelphia Stars fan.
Hour 2, that's Big Ben, the man in charge of the BS3 network.
And if I see Kurt 2 Chainz Cousins out.
Hour 2, Chris Bay's joining us.
Oh my God! Oh, this game! Oh, way to go, Sammy!
Hour 2, Wise El Jefe.
Oh man, I thought I missed it.
What in the all types of blue hell?
Time for hour 2 of this spectacular, and it starts right now.
And now begins the hour that the playmaker runs from. the hour that makes wise hang his head, and the hour that you all come to know and love. It is the Bronze Sexual Confessions Hour.
Somehow you borrowed that title. No, you created that title. What the hell am I talking about? You created Bronze Sexual Confessions. I just put hour behind it because it now has morphed into a full hour.
Mm-hmm. Yes.
I never thought this would happen. I'm thinking the way you're thinking. I never, ever, ever thought it would last this long.
Mm-mm.
I never thought it would last this long. Boy, did I lie to myself. And I don't think I'm the only one, considering the creator thereof told me on a drive to when I was driving to Raleigh, North Carolina. He said, Cole said to me, I did not expect it to last this long.
Nope.
I never forget. He said, I created Bronze Sexual Confessions as an offshoot to outline what goes on during the off season. Never thought it would be in season 2. And boy, 3 years later, they still keep coming.
Yes.
They still keep coming. My goodness. I don't even. Y'all wonder why I'm. Y'all wonder why I'm shaking my head. All I will say is push the button, please.
And now, the lunacy begins right about now.
In a world where partial grant.
But before that.
False start. Offense.
Let's take a little sip.
This Bronze Sexual Confession is brought to you by Bron Joy Juice. Bron Joy Juice, the ultimate joy juice of bronze sexuals worldwide. Made with 100% organic seal milk. In a world where partial greatness is celebrated and total greatness is shunned, there stands to be a figure on the lips of those who love him and those who hate him. The inane comparisons to Michael Jordan and Kobe Bryant continue and has existed since 2003. There is no end in sight, for the battle between those who unconditionally love and unconditionally hate him wages on. These are their stories. Welcome to the Bronze Sexual Confessions.
Okay, Kareem Gomez.
Oh, Lord.
He put this picture up courtesy of Bleacher Report that has LeBron looking at Curry a certain kind of way.
Okay.
With a quote that...
Well...
I don't want to, but I have to. Open it!
Quote.
KDA coming through that door to save your ass this time.
Close quote. I know you gotta sing something. I know you. Well, I'm sorry. The Wonder Bread Choir had to bum rush me to get that song off.
I know. They were gonna bum rush me too.
Oh my gosh. Wait, say that lunacy again, please.
Okay.
Quote.
KD isn't coming through that door to save your ass this time.
Close quote. All right, I want to hear this.
Before I launch into my tirade, can I get a little Dolomite, please?
Oh, yes. Most assuredly. Because that is exactly what I'm thinking, too. Because...
KD ain't coming through that, isn't coming through that door. Well, Mike Miller isn't coming through the door to save LeBron's ass. Neither is Ray Allen. Neither is Shane Battier. Teammates that he handpicked, that he wanted to be on that team. You bronsexuals are idiots. You bronsexuals are flat out stupid, back-asswards idiots.
Wow.
Because you won one game, okay? If you're supposed to be this dominant, if you're supposed to be this great team that greatly improved after the trade deadline, which I still doubt to this moment, because you beat a very immature Memphis team, and now you're coming up against the world champions. And listen, go back to 1988 when the Detroit Pistons stole Game 1 from the Forum. How did that series end up?
They
Stupid
lost the
asses.
series. Yes, they lost 6-7. Yes.
Stupid fools. I was trying to be nice this morning, but then I remembered it was Wednesday and I don't have to be nice.
Whoa, hey, wow. Hold up, whoa.
Bitch, please.
You was trying to be nice to bronsexuals?
You played the right.
I played the right one.
You give me a Red Fox again.
Bitch, please.
You. All LeBron did was capitalize on an inconsistent Warriors team, and they've been inconsistent all year, but now they're in the playoffs. They have home court advantage. And yes, even though the Lakers stole Game 1, they still have home court advantage because I dare the Lakers to beat them 3 more times in San Francisco, which they will not do. Now, to this quote right here, which came from let me read this. I gotta take out my glasses.
You lying? Why you always lying? Oh my gosh, stop f***ing lying. Always lying to me. You lying so much. You making it hard for me.
Dear Hawk TV, I love you, but you're beginning to piss me off. Moon him.
Quote, y'all know your Kang is like Charles Xavier, the most powerful mutant in all of the X-Men, right? Close quote.
Hawk TV, I respond in kind. I don't remember asking you a doggone thing. Jasses.
Oh, Lord.
The most powerful mutant has the right hand and wears number 30, not number 6, you dummy. You incompetent fool. It's just one damn game.
Is Yo Kang the most powerful mutant or most powerful basketball player on the planet today?
Hell no. To the no. Hell to the no. Hell to the no. To the no.
Do it again.
Lord.
Do it again.
Is LeBron James the most powerful basketball player on the planet today? Bishop?
Hell no. To the no. Hell to the no. Hell to the no. To the no.
Give me a Kurt Angle drug code because it's true. It's true.
All right, Hawk TV.
Go ahead.
All right, Hawk TV. He says it's damn true. Okay, I will respond in kind, and I will do this very eloquently. Bitch, are you for real?
Let's not say it eloquently.
That is the stupidest thing you could have ever said, and I love you dearly. I do. But that's the stupidest thing you could have ever said. And I know he's joking around with me, like, but I know Hog TV jokes around with us, okay?
Right.
But these bronsexuals in this statement that I just read are not joking.
They ain't joking.
Are not joking. They ain't joking. They actually believe.
So you mean to tell me this bronsexual believes that Stephen Curry needs to have Kevin Durant? Correct me if I'm wrong, sir. Please correct me if I'm wrong, because I could have sworn I saw something take place last June.
A championship?
Okay, so
Game 6 on the road.
On
Steph
June,
dropped 34.
Yeah, I was gonna say on June the 16th of last year. What happened?
Let's see. Steph dropped 34. Draymond Green hit 3 3-point field goals. Third quarter blitz when they extended the lead from 11 to 24, and the Warriors won by 10. No, 13.
Mm-hmm.
The Warriors won by 13.
Mm-hmm. So they clinched the championship that day.
Yep.
So you had Poole
on the road.
On the road.
Less.
So you had Poole, you had Thompson, you had Green, you had Curry, obviously.
Mm-hmm.
You had Kuminga, you had Moody, you had Wiseman, who of course was injured. You had Peyton II, who I think was also injured too. Okay. Hopefully I can get the right answer to this question. Was Kevin Durant on that team? So what makes this fool think that Curry needs to have Durant on the team now when Curry has already flashed his second ring without him?
Because bronsexuals don't want to give it up.
Curry has won 2 rings without the help of Kevin Durant.
Mm-hmm.
In fact, one of those rings, he actually beat Durant's team en route to it. So I don't understand.
Yep.
I don't understand it. Okay.
These, you know what I'm about to tell you. These bronsexuals can't help themselves.
Please, I'm sorry.
No, you're fine. You're fine. These bronsexuals cannot help themselves. And I'm going to prove it. I released this. I put a statement up sometime back on my Facebook page.
Okay.
That kind of set them into a tizzy.
Okay.
And matter of fact, I won't even look up the statement. I'll just look it up for the comments. But what I've said several hundred times over, and I do mean 100 because these bronsexuals do not do a good job of listening.
They sure don't. Or no reason.
Is that Michael Jordan had a better impact on the NBA in 13 seasons than LeBron has had in 20. Find the freaking lie.
I'm getting too old for
Let me say it again for those of y'all in the cheap seats at old venerable Chicago Stadium.
He gonna say it again.
Michael Jordan has done more for the league and for the team he represented in 13 years than LeBron has done for 3 different teams in 20 years. Find the lie. because you cannot tell me LeBron has had a serious impact on the league, on the sport of basketball, and the teams he represented in 20 years. I just don't see it. Now, people will say to me, and they're going to continue. Now, these bronzexuals in particular will say to me, you can't say that and believe it. Oh, yes, the hell I can. And I do believe it because, unlike y'all, I watched it live to the point where a couple of bronzexuals messaged me personally. Don't know them from a can of paint or from Adam in the Ground. And they said to me, I had no right to say what I said about LaFraud because I don't know the game of basketball.
Bitch, please.
You Red Fox. Okay. So I don't know the game of basketball. When I said I have seen better, when I said so many hundred times over that, here's one of the posts I put up. Michael Jordan was a more fundamentally sound player than LeBron will ever be. Let me repeat that first part of it again. Michael Jordan was a more fundamentally sound player than LeBron will ever be, period. Because he actually worked at his game. And if you watch the game last night, you see a flash or two of brilliance from LeBron where he's fundamentally sound. But that chicken wing jumper was lucky last night. And I posed a question that I hope my partner will get a big kick out of, and y'all in the chat will get a big kick out of, and I will have an answer. What has LeBron improved about his game in 20 years? I will answer that out loud. Nothing. Oh, I'll say it again. What has LeBron improved about his game in 2 decades? Nothing. To the point where a coach I worked with actually countered and said, has made a serious impact. I'm reading a comment from Victor. Look at Kyrie, look at James Harden, look at Russell Westbrook. The era of the prima donnas was ushered in by Chicken Wing James. Ain't that the truth? It's like fundamentals go out the window with these fools. And one person who I had the pleasure of working with, he shoots it a lot better when he came into the league. Wrong answer.
He shoots it a lot
Benji Taylor.
more.
He shoots it a lot more because he's trying to copy Stephen Curry. Nobody copies LeBron in his game because there is no game to copy.
Now, I'll say this. The percentage, because he shoots it more, may have increased a bit. But it's just that he shoots it more. I mean, remember, in last night's game, he was 1 of 8 from 3.
I'm sorry, could you repeat those numbers again?
Oh, last night from 3, LeBron was 1 for 8. So, better? No, he just shoots it more.
He is also factually a better 3-point shooter than Mike. So there you go. Wrong answer, Benji Taylor.
Again,
he's just a more volume shooter.
Yeah, he shoots it more. He shot it a whole lot more than Jordan did. And if Jordan got a chance to shoot it more often, I guarantee you, his percentage from 3 wouldn't be 32%. It'd be a lot higher.
Listen, Michael would be the first 50-50-90 player if he shot a lot more threes. Let me explain something to you, Benji Taylor, and I want you to hear me well. Very well.
Because didn't Jordan have a 46% from 3 year? Yeah.
2 of them. 89 and 91.
Yeah. So they can miss me with that.
Let me explain something to you, bronzexuals. And I want you to hear me well, very well. Just because you shoot it more doesn't mean you shoot it better, because Michael Jordan in 1987 put together a 3,000 point season. You know how many 3-point field goals he took that year? A dozen.
Yeah, 12. That's scary. He
Let me
scored
repeat
many
that.
points, but only took 12 threes. I mean, no, only made 12 threes. That is
He
scary.
only made 12 3-point field goals in a 3,000 point season.
To put that in context, it took Harden over 400 threes made for him to get to the same total in 2019. I'm sorry, go ahead.
3,000 points, 12 3-point field goals made. Oh, and by the way, you know his shooting percentage from the field that 3,000 point season? 51%.
Oh, 51. I thought it was higher than that. Oh, wow.
Well, actually, 51% was 89. 55% was 87. Thank you, Cole.
There you go.
Thank you, Cole.
Mm-hmm.
Uh-oh. What'd you find?
All TV. Like Mario said when the DNA test came, Yo King is a better shooter than MJ.
Wait. Hold up. Timeout. D says, hold the phone. Stop. Penalty flag on the field. Let me read this. Okay. I know how to solve this.
It's just I just can't decide the direction I want to go. Okay, I'll just do this.
You for real?
Bitch, are you for real? Bitch, please.
What?
Finally.
You know your damn role and shut your damn mouth.
Goodness gracious. I'm sorry. Continue, sir. Goodness.
LeBron James is fundamentally sound shooting blows. You got that? It sucks. He doesn't have a jump shot form that he commits to memory. He doesn't have a post move that he commits to memory. He doesn't have a defensive move that he commits to memory. I dare say for 20 years, LeBron's...
That's a lie. That's a lie.
What is?
That LeBron hasn't committed a defensive posture to memory. Oh, he's committed one to memory. It's called the flop.
That ain't a posture.
But find the lie. Lord have mercy. This is now oscillation from the Wonder Bread Choir. It is titled Stop Smoking Them Rocks.
Hey, Hawk TV, I got a question for you. I got a question for you, Hawk TV. And I want you and the rest of the bronzexuals and Hawks laughing at me, and I love that. Since when in the Vita Blue, yellow-bellied, red-blooded, back-asswards hell has LeBron been clutch in 20 years?
Oh, Lord have mercy. Besides 2016, because I know that's what you're going to say. But
that's a falsehood.
Oh, Lord. The only real answer is 2007. It's the conference finals, game 5. Oh, my God, that was hilarious.
Been more clutch. My ass. What's LeBron now? A manual speed transmission?
Oh my gosh.
Because he's out of gear.
Oh Lord. Oh, that's one of the funniest things I have heard in quite some time. Oh Lord.
Oh, there's more.
Oh Lord, you'll never see another run like Yo Kang for another millennium.
Wrong answer.
No. Right answer. Good. I hope we don't. Oh Lord.
Okay, wait, whoa. Here's why I say wrong. For another millennium. And now a selection from the Wonder Bread Choir entitled "I'm Gonna Eviscerate This."
I'm still tripping off of the he's more clutch.
You know who LeBron? I'm gonna cross sports here. You know who LeBron reminds me of in terms of his play, in terms of his decision making,
plain decision making.
In terms of his decision making, you know what? You know who he reminds me of? Does the name Jacoby Myers mean anything to you?
Oh man, I've heard that name in a minute. Yo Kang is the living embodiment of Thanos.
That's a lie.
No, that would be Jordan, and that's serious.
And that's definitely Abdul-Jabbar with that skyhook. That's MJ with his fadeaway. That's Abdul-Jabbar with his skyhook. That's James Worthy with his first step. That's Julius the Dr. Irving with his moves to the basket. And that is Irvin Magic Johnson with his penetration. And you could throw John Stockton on the Thanos pile too, because Stockton played the position very, very well. And a very underrated point guard, Kevin Johnson.
You literally had to squat up to defeat him. No, LeBron had to literally squat up to win the rings.
LeBron had to pick and choose his players to win a championship. And 2016 was rigged.
And let's be real. Let's be serious.
Yes, let's.
Normally the posture of a team, not necessarily a dynasty, but a championship team, is to load up with as much talent as they can, so that the next power that comes up has to do a lot of things to beat them. So,
yep,
the Celtics squatted up, the Lakers squatted up, and the Pistons eventually squatted up. And guess who had to come along and conquer those mountains? Now, of course, Jordan was fortunate that the Celtics mountain didn't have to be conquered as hard. But the answer is Jordan, because he had to deal with the Lakers in the 91 finals. And then before then, he had to conquer the two-time world champ Pistons, who had a lot of talent on their team when Jordan eclipsed them. So don't give me this false narrative of people had to click up to beat LeBron, because people clicked up to beat one another for as long as we can remember. Now,
whoa.
Now, LeBron's era, people didn't have to click up in the way the players wanted to click up with one another. Now, that didn't happen back in Jordan's day.
That didn't happen in Bird's day. That didn't happen in Magic's day. That didn't happen back in the day, period.
Yeah, and it certainly didn't happen in Wilton and Russell's day. No,
hell no.
That was the GMs and the owners. But with LeBron, and this is where the basketball did change with him and his influence. He decided to play general manager as a player.
Until he ran into Pat Riley, who told him, sit down and shut up.
And don't give me the Celtics had to click up to beat LeBron. No.
Wrong.
No.
Wrong.
No. 2 trades. 2. Neither Garnett nor Allen got there because of free agency. They both were traded to Boston. So you got to thank Danny Ainge on that one.
And Danny Ainge has outsmarted LeBron at every turn. How do you like that? How do you like them apples? And I close with this, Bronsexuals, who think to this day that LeBron was more clutch than MJ. Let me throw 5 facts at you about MJ that don't include the championship argument, but LeBron will never have in his corner. 10 scoring titles, Defensive Player of the Year, Defensive All First Team 9 times, a 3,000 point season
with only 12 3-pointers made. That is impressive.
And my favorite fact of all, he led the league in scoring and steals.
Not once, not twice, but 3 different
times. LeBron is a fraud. LeBron is a bum as a basketball player. LeBron is a fraud. He is unfundamentally sound. And I still have the contention, and I know Hawk TV is going to cuss at me when I say the name Tom Chambers played a better forward than LeBron James ever will.
Now you're gonna make Hawk TV lose his top on that one. Okay.
Oh, I got more. Tom Chambers, Adrian Dantley, James Worthy, Scottie Pippen, Larry Bird, Julius Erving. Oh, hell yeah, I believe that. You damn right I believe that. Because Tom Chambers actually had a jump shot. Tom Chambers actually had a post game. Tom Chambers actually knew how to pass out of the post. Tom Chambers actually got to the basket without traveling. Thank you, CSTV. Thank you, Tom O'Boyle.
Yeah.
See, we're here.
But say Tom agrees with you. Yeah.
We're here. Oh, by the way, I'll throw you a fact about Tom Chambers that LeBron will never do. Win the All-Star Game MVP in his home city. The city was Seattle. The year was 1987. And that was a spot start for the injured Ralph Sampson.
That hurts to this day for me.
When they actually played defense in the All-Star Game. So before y'all come at me about who's better, who had the better legacy, let me close with this question. Let me close with 2 questions. Number 1, has LeBron ever had a legacy?
Oh boy.
And to really make my partner cringe and laugh at the same time, my second question is, has LeBron James ever had an era?
Oh Lord.
In short, LeBron James's career for 20 years, 21 if you include the high school year where there were 2 players on this team better than he, is a colossal failure. Now get the hell out of my face, you thirsty bitches.
Victor says, Mari, LeBron, you were asked if you are the greatest basketball player of all time and 100 times better than MJ. You said yes.
Lie detector test determined that was a lie. Now, as I said, LeBron James is not fundamentally sound as a basketball player. He never will be. And his 2-decade career in the NBA, and I hate to say it, Hawk TV and other Bron sexuals, is a colossal failure. Now get the hell out of my face, you thirsty bitches.
In a world where logic and sense flies completely out the window, while purple and yellow glasses are donned, rises a figure who encourages ridiculous, undying loyalty.
Hold up. I ain't done. Because, as always, yes, LeBron, it is you. It has always been you. It always will be you.
Why?
For sending the NBA into a tailspin. For sending fundamentals into a tailspin. And for your 2-decade career being a colossal failure. And I know the last part I'm going to say will not happen, but I hope they find some way to keep your ass out of the Hall of Fame because you don't deserve it. Now get the hell out of my face, you thirsty bitches.
4 in 10. That's failure.
In a world where logic and sense flies completely out the window, while purple and yellow glasses are donned, rises a figure who encourages ridiculous, undying loyalty. Good Lord, I'm about to throw up. This has been yet another installment of The Bronzexual Confessions.
It never ceases to disappoint.
No.
And they never cease to come. It's just...
Listen. For some reason, these bronzexuals kind of skip over the words fundamentally sound that I put in all my sentences when it concerns LeBum James.
Well, you already said it. They are just like today's NBA fan. They're concerned about two things: stars and stats. So you got a guy who has scored over 38,400 points, so that takes care of the stats part. And he is plastered all over everything on TV, on newspapers, on magazines, so that takes care of the stars part.
And then you got Negro Knight that seems to hype him up whenever he's doing well. You know what? Take this.
This moment of bronzexual stupidity is brought to you by Hooked on Bronix. When you start talking like an idiotic bronzexual, Hooked on Bronix can set you right. Call 1-800-YO-KANG. Real LJPN, now approve all this.
Oh, Lord.
Now get the hell. Oh, I said that. I'm sorry.
Yes. Yes, you have.
I'm sorry.
Yes, you have. You have. Oh, Lord.
Oh, I'll say it anyway. Get the hell out of my face, you thirsty bitches.
In a world where logic and sense flies completely out the window, while purple and yellow glasses are donned, rises a figure who encourages ridiculous, undying loyalty. Good Lord, I'm about to throw up. This has been yet another installment of The Bronzexual Confessions.
But
why you have to end the thing twice, Lord?
Because it's necessary. All right, here's a question that Tom brought to me in an article. I'll probably discuss it more this afternoon. Should the Arizona Cardinals trade Kyler Murray? Yes. Why? He hasn't done a doggone thing. The same reason why LeBron should be brought into the Lakers office in front of a firing squad. He hasn't done a doggone thing.
The problem
is, sorry, did I say that a lot? Did I say that aloud?
Yeah. The problem is he's not going to get traded because what team is going to take on that contract?
Not a sensible team. You know what the crazy part is, and I hate to do this to you, Cole, but I think the Houston Texans might take him on just because they lost Deshaun Watson.
No, they ain't gonna take him on now.
No, they won't. No team would take on that ridiculous sized contract. And Hot TV, yes, he has an error. No, he doesn't. Because it was supposed to go from Kobe to LeBron, and it went from Kobe to Stephen Curry, that is. But a great question was brought up, and thank you, Tom O'Boyle, for this suggestion. I'll discuss it more this afternoon. The Arizona Cardinals need to either trade Kyler Murray or cut his contract loose and eat the loss and actually find yourself a quarterback. Because, and I hate to say this about, and I have a very special Cardinal friend out in Arizona who's in charge of the B. Daring Foundation. She's a big-time Cardinals fan, and she's my Cardinal insider. He ain't worth it. End of story. He's not worth it. What has
Trays.
Here, let me. Uh-oh.
Sorry, I heard Kyler Murray. That was the word that just came in my mind. Sorry.
Do it again. Do it again.
Trays.
Kyler Murray. Dude wants to play Halo
Wait a minute.
more than one football.
And what's going to eat at Kyler Murray is the time he actually guided the Cardinals to the playoffs. They actually backed their way in.
Mm-hmm.
They backed their way in 2021, and he got pummeled in Los Angeles.
Yeah.
He got absolutely obliterated.
Mm-hmm. And has disintegrated since.
And hasn't done a doggone thing. And will not do a doggone thing. I'm sorry. The Arizona Cardinals will not be a football team until Kyler Murray is gone.
LJPN is sponsored by HoFacts. Before she hoe, and you gotta know, tell her to show me the HoFacts.
Oh, bro showed y'all, didn't he? Yeah. Y'all talking all that trash. Y'all said the Lakers suck. You said the Lakers ain't gonna do nothing. Nah. They have a game on.
LeBron's sexual stupidity is brought to you by Hooked on Bronix. When you start talking like an idiotic,
They have a game up on the defending champion. Yeah.
this moment of LeBron's sexual.
This is a great day. This is a great day, ladies and gentlemen. This is a great day. Woo! This is a great day. Yeah, let's go to champion. Let's go to Cheshire Bird. Go to Cheshire Bird. Yeah. Game. The game to my Kings. Fit championship. Yeah, games to my King with the fit championship. That game to my King. Get the fit championship. Yeah, see it all in its glory. All in its glory. See it. That's right. 11 more game to my King get his 5th championship. Yeah. Snowman Brown Lover. How you like that, baby? How you like it? Yeah, remember, you hate a Hall of Fame trash.
You ain't seen trash until you look at your king play, you bum.
Hate a Hall of Fame trash. How you think about that? Your warrior. Go down. Stephen Curry. Gone down. Yeah. Woo. Oh, yay.
Brother.
Let champion bird again. Game to my King. Get a 5th championship. Yeah. 11 more games.
I realize that
game to my King. Get a 5th championship. Yeah.
Damn it.
So I realize.
Take a look at it. All the glory. All the splendor. That's right. Game to my King. Gets 5th championship. That's right.
Shut up.
So I realize.
Look at it. Look at that purple bird. Look at the yellow rotten. Game to my King. Gets 5th championship. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11. 1. Fadan, a more to go till my king get a fit championship. Yay. Oh my goodness. Ooh, V-Color. You still a Fitty Trey, son. Don't forget it. Beat home with it. Beat on with it. Yeah.
Oh my.
And now time for the Surpays portion. Because Bron Surpays Magic Jensen.
Oh,
Bron Surpays Mark Jackson. And then Bron Surpays Steve Nash. And I think y'all fool need to see that again. So run that beautiful bean for the again. Bron Surpays Matt Jensen. Bron Surpays Mark Jackson. And Bron Surpays Steve Nash. Oh, yeah. And then the cherry on top of the sundae. The cherry on top of the sundae. Bron Surpays Carissa de la Jabillum. Yes. Bron Surpays Carissa de la Jabillum. One more time. Bron Surpays Carissa Adilla Jabillum.
Hurry up, Lawrence Tanner.
Oh, yeah. And now, with this commercial break, after that, what all y'all been waiting for.
So I realized that I think, even though it's not advertised,
right,
there has to be a place for stupid people. We don't know because we're not stupid, so we don't know anything about it, like a secret club society.
Oh my gosh.
So I come to the conclusion that he graduated from SU, stupid university. Yeah, all the stupid ass letters that go along with graduating high honors of being stupid. I can't do no more, man.
Aminos, dominos, vamonos. Stupid university. Where everyone graduates. Magna cum stupid.
Y'all with pride, CSTV. Y'all with pride. Because my king rule the world. My king rule the world. And now, for the perk you all been waiting for.
Trays.
Before we get to it, Dylan, bro, you Trey, son. You flat the gum. You woke up the burr. Now the burr is gonna eat. He gonna eat thanks to your dumb behind, dummy. Larry Bird, Trace. He been Trace in 1956. Trace, son. Trey, Big Bird and all, Trace. Bill Russell, Trace. In the grave, Trace. Trace, we facing the ground, Trace facing the sky. Shaquille O'Neal called a Trace. Big Mama, don't do no more Papa John commercial. No more. Hike your labor room, Trace. Now you do fine, be quiet, being the great Nigerian man that you will. T Ducka Trace. No Karima Zero. Will become a Trace. You ain't bang no 29 whore. Dr. Ja Trace. The only thing that ain't jive about you is that afro back in the 70s. That's the only thing that ain't jive about you. Toby Jodaclon Trace. Vanessa, hit me with the number, baby. I'm available. Just that and Trace. White boy can't play no basketball. It's shame on y'all. And they call Melissa Trace. You giving R. Kelly run for his money, son. I'm proud of you. No, I ain't. Micah Jadon Trace. Trace is what's up? Trace is a horner. Do I need to say anything more? Kyrita Urba T. Trace. Ruined third team in his career. It took you 10 years to do it. I'm proud of you, son. Get out the league. Stephanie Corey Trace. Hit a key jumper, son. Maybe we could talk. Kevin Neppy Trace. Good haircut. Get a brush still, son. You are in trouble with the sun. Nickelback Yoda Kick Trace. So sorry you lost to Imba. That you lost to Joel Enema. I'm so sorry, son. Yanni Attention Corporal Trace. Early access. Sorry about your son. Jaja Binks Trace. I guess I guess Braun was Arnold Schwarzenegger. You got the predator. You got killed. Look at Donkey Trash. Sorry, son. You got to go back to Europe. Donna Michelob Trash. The Knicks just simply punch you out, son. And then Dame, not dollar, not nickel, not quarter, not dime, cent, trash. And that concludes.
Trace, 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 trace. Trace, 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 trace.
And remember, infinity trash you are. Vicala! Vicala! Oh, I love these bathroom breaks, man.
Shut up.
These are great. What? What? I'm sorry. What?
Shut up.
I went to the
Shut
bathroom. I mean, I closed the door.
Shut up.
I pulled out the toilet.
Shut
pulled out
up.
my pet. What?
Shut up, shut up, shut up, shut up, shut up. Jeez, you think I'm talking to my children.
Oh, man. Whew, that felt good.
Shut up.
Oh, man.
Have a great day. God bless. Remember to make your next move your best move. And always remember, if your dreams don't scare you, they're simply not big enough. Dream big, do bigger. If I could beat cancer, y'all could beat anything. We're out of here. See you tomorrow.
And remember, Bronxessentials, you take a big, fat, juicy, stank-tacular, spectacular, crap-tacular. And who likes your dumb behinds? See ya.